Yesterday, following standard practice, Tesla held its Q1 earnings call shortly after releasing its Q1 2018 shareholder letter. Usually such calls are designed to give analysts a chance to ask this company CEO or CFO and sometimes other important executives questions pertaining to the company's previous, current and future financial status. And as such, usually only financial analysts or reporters who cover financial matters are allowed to ask questions in the call. In Tesla's case, it's been traditionally the case that investor calls have followed this pattern, with other journalists and interested parties like Tesla fans and regular car journalists like me allowed to listen in on the call. But in the case of yesterday's call, things went very differently. First up, earlier that week, YouTuber, Tesla fan and retail investor Galileo Russell had asked Elon Musk via Twitter if he would be interested in giving retail investors a voice in the Tesla earnings call. Musk said, "Okay." Following this, Russell asked his followers to help him crowdsource questions that could be asked of Musk during the earnings call. For a start, that's particularly unusual since questions are normally built upon whatever the earnings report details. But things only got weirder from that point onwards. During the actual earnings call, which I should remind you is an event designed specifically for financial analysts and reporters to ask questions off the back of the earnings report, Musk decided that he'd had enough and he went off script. An analyst from investment specialist Bernstein asked Musk a question that revolved around Tesla's future liquidity and capital requirements. Without answering it, Musk simply stated that boring, bonehead questions are not cool and went on with the next person. Shortly thereafter, another analyst sought clarification on Tesla Model 3 reservations, specifically how many people were converting their place in the queue into a Tesla Model 3, how many were cancelling their cars in the light of coverage about Model 3 production problems, and how many were going to wait until they could get a more affordable version of the mass market EV. Musk, rather than just answering the question, simply stated that we're going to go to YouTube, adding that these questions are so dry, they're killing me. And with no further ado, Musk then turned to Russell, who, throughout the course of the rest of the call, asked multiple questions, we're talking about a good half dozen or so, about Tesla and its future plans. Few of these questions seem to shed light on anything not already available in Tesla's shareholder letter, and I'm sure that didn't go down well with analysts. The whole thing had something of a farcical nature, with Elon Musk riffing mid-call on how Tesla's autopilot isn't killing people, but rather the media are killing people when they suggest autopilot isn't safe. This particular theme is one I know personally. In fact, the last call I was allowed on with Tesla was one in which I asked Musk, following a then recent announcement from Volvo that it would indemnify all Volvo owners against any accidents involving its own autonomous vehicle technology, if Tesla would be offering to indemnify its customers using autopilot in a similar way. Musk's response was similarly scathing, and as I recall, he ended up raging back then about the same issue, how we journalists are killing people by suggesting autonomous vehicle technology isn't good. Sadly, I didn't get any additional time to clarify what my question had meant because it meant something different, and I've never been invited back, so there you have it. Treating a journalist with incredulity is one thing, especially when that journalist runs a small YouTube channel and isn't from a mainstream news outlet. I get that. And since then, I've both praised and criticised Tesla when either has been warranted. I hope I haven't held a personal grudge. But in this case, we're talking about Musk cutting off analysts, people for whom the call was actually held, people who not only go back to their offices and make investment decisions for hundreds of thousands of people who are part of large mutual funds, but also advise others on how to treat Tesla stock. And while it might be tempting to say, yes, perhaps they should have asked better questions, or they're being petty if they're basing their opinions on a company stock based on a CEO, it's also fair to say that a CEO who acts unprofessionally or displays rash behaviour, like shutting down the questions of seasoned professionals in favour of a YouTuber, might not be a CEO who makes smart decisions for his business. And when you're talking about investing large sums of money in a company, a CEO who is seen as being unprofessional or acting unpredictably is a very dangerous thing indeed, no matter how good they are at EVs. And that's the reason Tesla stock took a massive tumble today, losing more than $30 in value before recovering slightly before the end of the day. What really happened? Well, it's pretty clear Musk is under stress and not happy with the coverage he's been getting. Is there a solution? Well, I don't know. But when a company rails against reports rather than dealing with those reports head on, it makes people think there's usually something else going on. And even if that's not the case for Tesla, Musk's behaviour is certainly not cool. What do you think? Well, that's it. As always, hit the notification bell to hear the moment a new show is uploaded. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to this channel. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our new channel, Transport Evolved Take 2, although it's not really new anymore. There you'll see a little more behind the scenes stuff, and there's also some live hangouts with yours truly. And of course, if you'd like to help this channel keep going, then you can make a donation by following one of the 2 links below. Well, thanks for watching, and until next time, keep evolving.